Within the Gospel of Thomas, saying 56, I guess this would be chapter 56 within the Gospel of Thomas, Jesus said, "He who has known the world has found a corpse, and he who has found a corpse, the world is not worthy of him." When you find that the world is a corpse, a dead person, then you will know it is not worthy of you. I think this makes much sense in that the universe as we know it does resemble a corpse. It is a closed system of entropy, meaning it is in a constant state of decay. Even on our planet, no life is ever created without being paid for constantly by death. No true life, no organic life. Of course, we have the transhumanist agenda and what all that entails. However, whoever has known the world has stumbled upon a corpse. And whoever has stumbled upon a corpse, the world is not worthy of him. Miserable is the body that clings to a body, your genetic vehicle, and miserable is the soul that clings to both. The body that clings to a body is the man who is incapable of renouncing the appeal of the material world. His miserable body perishes and decays in the world with which it shares the same material substance. The miserable soul is the materialist who clings to both, is not liberated from her carnal desires, because when death strikes and dissipates with the corpse onto the physical plane, disintegrated, it's the horrifying condition of man trapped in harmonic universe number one, of people that are still enslaved by their five senses. Because the life here on this planet is forced to sustain life by eating the flesh of carcasses. Life on earth, organic life, feeds on death. You think that little hamburger that you eat, or that chicken sandwich at Chick-fil-A or wherever it is you eat, or wherever you go to the grocery store, everything is dying. Everything that lives depends for nourishment on something that dies. It is the immutable law of the physical universe, of our biological existence. It is no more than a recycling process. These bodies are nothing but death. You who identify with this body, you identify with death. Yet, dear esteemed, honorable, and noble viewer, I am here to tell you that there is an escape from this morbid condition. If we can lift our eternal essence to sovereignty, we can become an immortal, ethereal being, a being of light. Our true home is the place of light, where the soul of the chosen will be transported to find restfulness. I am here to tell you that decay is what makes biological life possible. The curse on Adam was not a condemnation to die, but a sentencing to exist in a state conditioned by death. Constant death. You live within death. If that is all you know. Woe to the flesh that clings to the soul. Woe to the soul that clings to the flesh. When Adam and Eve discovered they were naked in the Garden of Eden, they put together some fig leaves to make little coverings, loincloths. But the Rex Mundi, the god of this world, preferred to cover his children instead of fig leaves preferred to cover his children with the flayed skin of dead animals. Think of the contrast between the skin of animals covering our mortal souls on earth and the robe of glory promised to the materialist who clings to both. The materialist who clings to both is not liberated at all, because this world feeds on death. Everything that lives depends for nourishment on something that dies. Decay is what makes biological life possible. Woe to the flesh that clings to the soul. Woe to the soul that clings to the flesh. The God of decay, the God who wants us to cover our nakedness with the flayed skins of dead animals, the God of decay demands blood sacrifices to live in this world. Fruits and grains will not sacrifice. It had to be a lamb sliced alive on an altar. That is the God of this world. That is this third dimension, fallen, harmonic universe number one. How miserable indeed is the soul for depending on the body and the realm of death. The flesh that clings to the soul then is the matter that cradles the soul during the soul's short terrestrial sojourn. When you're housed, your soul, your essence, your fractal of God is imprisoned within this physical body. The soul is contingent on a physical body only for as long as the memories arise and are stored in the living tissues. This necessary constraint, however, is lifted when the soul is taken into a new ethereal body, a new light body. After that, the flesh has no function. This falls away. This is just to experience this lowest vibration existence. Our true avatar is of light. We are of light. We are of the children. We are the children of the light. We are not of darkness. We are not of death. It was cursed from the beginning, doomed to be trampled upon and crushed under the heel of this world. The soul is also cursed for those individuals who do not hear or heed the call and refuse to concede the necessity and urgency of abandoning material pursuits and materialistic concerns, to turn without delay to the pressing matter of liberation from the bonds of the physical world. You can liberate your soul, your light body, while you're here in this physical world. I'm here to tell you. A failure to care in this existence for the next world is a condemnation for one's individuality to perish. The woes of the soul are compounded when her glorious liberation and destiny are obfuscated by beliefs that envision the afterlife as little more than an improved version of earthly existence. Now, for the Mormons, the Jehovah's Witnesses, the literalist neo-Christians, or the ancient Egyptians, for instance, there is no higher state in human existence in the recovery of the same body, minus the flaws one had at the moment of death. In this version, the Egyptians were trying to wrap up the mummies, and that was their idea of the afterlife, clinging, because even then they're clinging to the flesh. The light body of the harmonic universe number two, with the immortal soul, the true house of the immortal soul, does not experience anything remotely similar to this envelope of flesh. Because the flesh that clings to the soul then is the matter that cradles the soul during her short terrestrial sojourn on this planet. The soul is contingent on a physical body for only as long as the memories arise and are stored in the living tissue. But the soul is also cursed for those individuals who refuse to concede the necessity and urgency of abandoning material pursuits and materialistic concerns. Whoever has become rich, let him become king, and he who has power, let him renounce it. Whoever has found the world and become rich, let him renounce the world. There are two kinds of life: the true life in ether, your light, the true body of harmonic, or the true life of harmonic universe number two, and the death-like life of reality in this fallen harmonic universe number 1, trapped in the 3rd dimension. We have 2 kinds of wealth: the richness of the spirit of harmonic universe number 2, or the material, or being trapped in the material realms of 3rd dimension harmonic universe number 1. The worldly powers of earthly existence are not compatible. This fallen earth is not compatible with the sovereignty of the spirit. This world of harmonic universe number 1 is the arena of the archons, those who feed off our misery. They will do nothing to help us escape this fallen universe or harmonic universe number 1. Whoever has become rich, let him become king, and he who has power, let him renounce. Because whoever has found the world and become rich, let him renounce the world. I will do nothing of purpose, and the people will be transformed of themselves. I will be fond of keeping still, and the people will of themselves become correct. I will take no trouble about it, and the people will of themselves become rich. I will manifest no ambition, and the people will of themselves attain. That is from the Tao Te Ching. Didn't that sound like I was reading something from Jesus? But no, that was from Lao Tzu, from the Tao Te Ching. All these emissaries of light, Thoth, Jesus, Lao Tzu, Buddha, they're all the same. We have built an industrialized civilization only to be turned into powerless consumers and slaves of a dystopian system that wants nothing of you except to plug into the metaverse, abdicate your sovereignty and your divinity, and just be trapped within your 5 senses. But the chosen know how to take care of themselves. The chosen few, those who get this message, know how to take care of themselves. Those emissaries of light who are on their way to the golden path of the new earth, the harmonic universe number 2, they also understand the delicate balance between making one's sojourn on earth bearable or even pleasant, while renouncing a crass pursuit of material gains and profits to avoid the pitfall of mundane entanglements. The material plane has nothing of authentic value to offer the mystic. The material plane has nothing of authentic value to offer the member of the Om Banda New Earth Ashram for compassion and strength and Folgers coffee. Instant and adequately heated. See, it doesn't have to be Starbucks, folks. You can walk the middle path. You can have some of your earthly, harmonic universe number 1 vices, but control them. Don't let the vices control you. And like the sign at the post office says, keep off the grass.
Namaste. Namaskaram.